I like the TikTok part of it, right? So was this during COVID or anything?
Yeah,
Or?
during COVID.
Okay.
Yeah. So like 2020 started really posting a lot of stuff on about just wholesaling real estate.
That's powerful,
Yeah.
right? Because there's
Yeah,
so many ways
definitely.
to market yourself with your marketer, right?
Yep.
So when you're talking about because other people are watching you or listening to this and they're saying they got to get themselves out there, they may not have a budget, so it's like you're on TikTok. So did you it's like, what do I post? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's
definitely
like,
had a lot of
what
ideas of what to post.
did you
And
were you
what,
freestyling it, or were you
yeah.
just did you have a plan
I
or
mean,
a
the
process?
best, I had a little bit of a plan just based off of like my
Okay.
marketing background and stuff like
Okay.
that. I mean, the biggest thing, if anyone wants to post online, I give away stuff for free. People
Okay.
love free stuff. I
What
mean,
would
like,
you give away? So you're new
so
to
I
the
gave
business.
away
like,
the
what do you give?
contracts.
Okay.
So that was like one of those videos that like kind of just randomly hit us. Just like, what can I give away that's like valuable to people that people would like? So I go in the video, I'm like, hey, here's the 3 contracts you need if you want to wholesale real estate. And I went into depth on each of them, and I just made a link online.
Great.
You literally plug in your name, your phone number, and email, and you get it, and then it takes you to the Google Doc.
And
And
you
that's
call
all I
them. What do
did.
you do there? You just call them. What do you?
Yeah, I just basically just had like text automations that were like, hey, if you have any questions about wholesaling or have a deal, like
let me
let's
know.
JV or let's do the deal together. Very like no soft pitch or like no hard pitch or anything like that. So it's just very like, hey, just here to help.
Love it,
So
man.
that was, and I hop on calls with people for 30 minutes talking about deals that never came to fruition.
Yeah.
People, relationships, things that people were just getting started. They're like, how do I do this? And, I chat with them and just figure out like ways that maybe we could partner together or do something. And that's a lot of where I spent my time at, was just trying to do that, trying to, do that joint venture type of that business. Cause I didn't have the marketing to, do some of the stuff that we're doing now and spending a lot more money on going direct to seller or, having a very big reach with an audience. I just was like, what can I do for free? And TikTok was one of those channels that, kind of came around at the right time for us. So,
Wow.
So you went from free, right, to just getting yourself out there. Now, what are you doing as far as the marketing and
yeah.
to get deals?
So one of the things that still is like budget friendly is on the side of like text messaging, right? So
Okay.
I think a lot of people don't realize you can get a lot of deals from texting, and it's probably, I mean, if I text you right now, you're probably gonna look at it, right? Versus an email, you might have your emails notifications off, right? At least I do, and I know a lot of people are very similar to that. So the stats on texting are just tremendous. So I think that's one of the places most people should go to. But instead of trying to text whole batch leads or prop stream or whatever and just start texting a bunch of sellers, which you can do and you can get deals that way, another way you can do is just B2B relationships, like talking to agents, talking to other wholesalers, talking to property management companies, talking to lenders. I've gotten deals from notaries. You know what I mean? I've gotten deals from lenders. The rate could go on and on. I've gotten deals from my contractor even. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love
Hey,
it.
I had this person come in, all this other stuff. So I think like the more that you can just build B2B relationships, the better off you are.
Business to business.
Yeah,
you're
business
saying.
to business.
For
Sorry.
those that-
Yeah, for those that might not be familiar with that term B2B. So instead of going B2C, which is business to consumer, which is what we do still right now, we do like Google ads, Facebook, we run TikTok ads too as well to like sell your house fast for cash.
Yep.
My partner's on the one, that whole kind of like the face of it, similar to like Andrew the Home Buyer or Doug Hopkins and stuff like that.
So before we go that route, like
Yeah.
the whole social media JV concept, you can make a living.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Going B2B, networking, shaking hands, people, your sphere of influence, people in the industry, you can make a living. Like just those two right there, you can get started in wholesaling.
Oh, 100%.
And that's how we met. So you come around
definitely.
Azreia, networking, moving, shaking. So it's like, tell us about your experience, with the networking in the community.
Yeah. So networking is one of the most powerful things. And I love when people like yourself put on events because you guys are gathering so many people and connecting so many people. I mean, you guys are providing a lot of goodwill out there in the marketplace, which is always rewarded for.
Thank you.
And one of the things that before like social media was like really popular, where a lot of people were not as receptive to like random DMs and stuff like that. The best place to meet them was at networking events, right? And even still, like, I think the best part about like networking events and at my time here is like you might have a connection with someone online, but when you meet them in person is so much more impactful.
It builds it up.
You know what I mean? So when I came here, I remember David Blank was here and I was chatting with David Blank, and I've known actually his daughter was actually one of my first hires.
Really?
Yeah, which is a crazy small world.
Yeah, you never know who you're gonna meet in a meeting.
Yeah, you never know. And it was weird. I actually met her on Tinder at the time, and then we went on our first date. And basically, it was just mutual. Yeah, it was just mutual. We're like, hey, like we don't really see this kind of going anywhere, but I think you're a great person.
Right.
And then I offered her a job, and she said yes. So.